Hello my friends and welcome back to Panzer Corps 2. It is time that we thrust deeply into the tender nether regions of Poland. Now you will note that we have 20 turns to win a map in which we could actually drive in 2 turns. So that means that there is undoubtedly going to be heavy resistance. And that's fine. We certainly know how to deal with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just elite replace all my dudes. You used to be able to press Ctrl E to do this. It's not a thing anymore. I have to do it manually. That is unfortunate. We did not actually take any real serious damage last time. So it's very inexpensive for me to do this. Right. When dealing with lots of enemy fortifications, it's all about the artillery. At this early stage in the game, you don't have any of the superior strat bombers that can really suppress infantry in a city environment. So you are relying on artillery to get that job done. So let's have a look at... So we're only allowed 3 upgrades, which is probably not the... I don't feel like that's going to be a big deal. But first things first, we should look at our artillery. So, you know, the temptation, of course, is to just go for the biggest artillery. Something that's really going to blast down the entrenchment. The only thing is that it costs 6 core spaces for one of these things. And that's a lot. This has got the same. It's got the same bonuses, except it doesn't have counter artillery, and it doesn't destroy quite as much entrenchment. I do like the Sturm Panzer, but the problem with it is it's not really artillery. It doesn't have any counter battery ability, so it offers no fire support. It offers no fire support to your guys who may need fire support. So the question is, do we want to go cheap or do we want to go expensive on the artillery? If we can keep the artillery protected, then going expensive on it makes sense. And we'll need a transport for it because it's slow. Cancel this actually. Which one are we upgrading here? So this thing has a horse transport as well. I think a 10cm gun is fine. There's no need to spend big money on a serious transport. Transport is only meant to cost 30, but it's going to cost me 90. Let's go with a 10cm gun. It's all round reasonable. Yeah, let's go with a 10cm gun. Right, let's change this artillery to something that's actually artillery. I'm going to go with a high power gun here and add a transport for it. Alright, that's going to give us some serious power to smash down our enemies with. Right. So, obviously the other issue is I have 1 recon available. And 1 upgrade available. I could upgrade one of my weaker tank units, but actually I probably could do with some more, I could do with a recon and some infantry, so let's deploy another set of infantry. And let's add another recon. Oh, that's me trying to upgrade there. Purchase. Oh no, actually, I'd probably be wise to get an anti-aircraft gun of some description. Because we are going to have to deal with enemy aircraft on a much more frequent basis. The 8.8 is actually an amazing piece of kit. What I can do is just reserve these. Just thinking. I probably really want an anti-aircraft gun. I mean, this is the attack on Warsaw. There's going to be aircraft. I mean, we can actually see some of them. An extra recon would also be nice. I mean, I could just rely on my fighters. I don't know how many aircraft the enemy has actually got. Fighters might be able to deal with it readily. This is like half the unit that the flak is. Let's put this guy in reserve. And let's get ourselves a flak gun. A nice flak gun. Oh, I can't afford it by 1 prestige point. How annoying is that? Alright, never mind. We'll go with the cheap one then. I don't think it needs a transport, personally. Let's move these guys back into the main body of the army here. Okay. That will have to do. Let's deploy a fighter in each location. And attack. The strat bomber can probably reach everywhere from there, actually. Put my artillery in the airport tile. Okay. Infantry up here. Artillery, of course. Panzer. Alright, that'll do. Oh, I haven't assigned my heroes. I have that one hero that would be really good for artillery, so let's stick him in. Shock tactics, which means that we destroy all the enemy's movement points, which means that they'll surrender if they have to move. That's a really powerful ability. What I will do is, I have the money to do it, I'm going to upgrade one of these units. So the trick is that this infantry, it has no close defense at all. So the pioneers are a bit more expensive to deploy in your core army, and they appear to be slightly worse, but they're just vastly more difficult to kill. Alright, deployment complete. Let's get to work. Okay. This anti-aircraft gun's got enough reach. We can always upgrade it in the future if we need to the 88 flak. I would have liked to have just bought an 88 flak, but I could not afford it. It also took up more core spaces than I really had. Nice. Let's see, what do I have? Nearly dead. Already in a ton of trouble. Rolling thunder. That's a strat bomber, right? Move my fighter up. I mean, the enemy aircraft could attack my fighter, but there are better targets to attack than the fighter. The fighter it wants to be attacked. There's actually a dude there. Where's that strat bomber? Oh, he's just out of range of the strat bomber. I probably should have guessed. Probably should have guessed that would be the case. Yeah, my tanks cannot bust that. Okay, that'll do. Oh yeah, the fighter. Oh well, fighter, scout plane. All right. I think they've made some mistakes here, and I'm eager to punish them. But first things first, I gotta deal with this. Yeah, he only suppressed. He could not actually do any real damage. Alright, that bomber is in deep trouble. The two fighters have taken some not unreasonable damage. We're still protected here. He did like 15 damage there, didn't he? Okay, I'll replace them with green. I'm sure we'll get more. I'm sure we'll be able to get superior reinforcements in the future. Alright, surrendered. Sweet. That would be a reasonable attack. But I think I'll wait for artillery support. This is a tiny map, so I'm really going to take my time. Force suppression. Ooh, 5 actual casualties. Nice. I think that this front line here is okay to just sit here. I could really do with a recon over here, but I actually haven't got one, so I'll just have to get over it. Alright, that was a little bit of a mistake on my part. That's my strat bomber. Not really very expensive to replace it though. It's actually not, apparently not an expensive unit. This is my other fighter. If I engaged that, I would lose 1. Let's re-strengthen. Let's always fight at top strength because, as I said before, this is we've been given an uncompromisingly huge amount of turns here to get the job done. And that normally indicates that you can expect a tough fight. Alright, I can actually position the oh, this is the strat bomber, my mistake. I didn't mean to move that unit. I thought I could position the fighters that I'd reinforced. I actually cannot. Yeah, pretty happy right now. I can't bust this down easily right now. I can go in there and you know, casualties will be made manifest if I do that, and I'm not going to. Once the Air Force has been removed, once the Polish Air Force is gone, I'm good to go. Nice. Right, what's the state of this? Fighting strength 4. This recon cannot actually move anywhere else. I'll move this fighter here to support. Now, if I remember correctly, there was some dudes like right here in this tile, and I'm just wondering if they're still sat there. No, they moved one space. God damn it. I think I need to scout. I need to see what's going on. Six, 4. 6, 4. Well, if I'm going to make any progress on time here, I'm going to have to. Do you know what? I think that'll do for now. Alright, they're going to pay the ultimate price for that. I'll re-strength that infantry in a minute. Okay, my fighters can now, well, my planes can now operate with impunity. Polish Air Force is no more. You move there. Okay. Wrecked. I can only do suppression to them. The strap bomber is really not that strong. Okay, I don't think there's anything that can come flying down that road. What movement has this guy's got? 3. Ah, they've actually got enough movement to get to the sea. So let's play it safe. let's push this infantry up. Okay, I'll try and encircle this and take it down. Oof, that was a horrible loss for me. Oh, that was another horrible loss for me. Ah, undo, that was a misclick. God damn misclicks. I think my right mouse button is dying. I think my right mouse button is on its last legs, but I can't actually afford to replace my mouse at this time, so... Nice. I should re-strength my aircraft so that they can be fully effective. Nice. Suppression, always good. Nice, overrun. Double attack. You seem like a man who's made a mistake. Beautiful. It almost makes me feel better about this horrible set of casualties I took here. I don't know if I want to lose my EXP here for elite replacements. I might as well. You seem like a man who's very, very surrounded. Surrender! Or do you want the bombing to continue? Alright, that's it. There's nothing left. They're all dead. We just have a line here designed to intercept any enemies that attack us. Attack range 1, 2, 3, right? I'll move the recon. I need to reinforce that tank. Thank you for the base. Can always appreciate a good base. Alright, I've switched the anti-aircraft gun to anti-tank mode. Because there's quite clearly no Polish aircraft left. They're donezo. They are obliterated. One. I don't think the TAC can reach. Nope. Oh, look, a sweet-ass Polish airfield. To suppress. That would result in horrendous damage for me. Okay. Defense in depth. Okay, we'll elite replace these tanks. We'll elite replace these infantry. What's the movement on these boys? 2. So here is safe. I can always use the Forced March special ability as well to get them on that front line where I need them. This tank is useless here. The only thing that this tank will do is take casualties in this position. Oh, there's an enemy tank up there. And I can't reach it to attack it. This whole airport thing has really nerfed aircraft. The Strat Bomber is too fat to relocate to that airport. It's another one of these dirt airports. Huh, there's an enemy anti-tank there. Well, we'll worry about that later. I could actually just strat bomb it, right? Alright, that was a reasonable exchange. 5 for 5. Right, let's worry about this, what's going on in the top corner here. Okay, I have one fighter, which I can send to start softening up this tank in the corner here. Nice. That's some serious suppression. Oh, he surrendered. Let's pull the recon back and put the tank here instead. That makes that fight a little bit cleaner. I'll have to unpick that infantry out of that city, but that's going to require a full turn of my undivided attention. Oh, my artillery's a little bit exposed here. That should be fine. Yeah, I'll re-strength my boys and hit them next turn. Put this infantry here to protect this artillery piece. And those guys can just sit there. Alright, I actually destroyed some of his supplies there. Let's get this infantry to the front line. They haven't got a transport, so it's going to take some time. What happened there? Alright, he ran in for the infantry. Yeah, re-strengthening there really helped me out. So yeah. Alright, that's that dealt with. Once again, the poor infantry have been weakened, which is going to reduce my ability to smash this city down, but whatever. Let's deal with what we're dealing with. Nice. Nice. And he's gone. I have no move on that wouldn't result in horrible, uncompromising casualties to me. So I'll have to wait until the artillery is ready to go again. That was a mistake. Let's just undo those two moves, shall we? I don't know what I was thinking there. And I didn't reveal anything new. This is, you know, nothing's changed here. I don't know why I even thought about that. I was just thinking about attacking with this, and then I realized that's a really dumb idea. I mean, it wouldn't be totally dumb. I would get work done. I don't think now is the time. I have so many more turns left. And all this stuff I could do with. Back on my side of the map. Okay, so those are my fighters. Right, let's figure out what we're going to do over here. Don't attack yet. I'm going to stick this whole enemy, his nipples are going to be in a vice. Ouch! Force suppression as well on top of the casualty. Okay, that did not achieve anything. Alright, infantry, push them out. 2 for 4, good bargain. Attack strength of 6. Now the question is, do I want to do additional casualties to myself to push the issue on this turn? Nah, I think I'm fine. If he attacks me... Oh, that was a misclick. I'm like, my right mouse button is absolutely ruined. I'm just undoing that. I was gonna say, if I attack with this unit, I can then just attack with this one, and that's the end of him. And if he attacks me, I think this is about the weakest unit that he could attack. He's gonna lose all of his entrenchment if he does that, if he attacks. Man, I really do need a new mouse. The right click has been mashed to death. It's been a hard life for my right mouse button. Alright, let's push up a little bit. I don't know why there's like a spot there I can't see, but okay. We've been overrun! Nice! I didn't even take a casualty. Okay, that worked out quite nicely. There's an... That's an anti-aircraft gun, but I don't... it doesn't reach here. This will be a good scout for us. Any of my units. You can actually hide this panel as well if you wish. I do find it useful though. Alright, we'll get that next turn. That's not a problem. There are still a fair few Polish bits and pieces lying around here. Alright, that hurt me. Maybe I could have taken a bit more time. But you will pay the price for it. Ah! Fucking right mouse button. I tried to unselect it. Might as well. Yeah, he didn't do anything. He just sat there. He knew that if he attacked, he would have been murdered. He's going to be murdered anyway. But I suppose he can rest easy that he survived an extra turn. What else? That's not going to do anything. That did though. I'm going to elite reinforce here rather than pressing my attack. It's just all about keeping those units topped up. Plenty of turns left, plenty of cities left to capture. Ah, he surrendered. Bad luck. Right, finally start moving our secondary artillery piece to the front line. Well, I'm glad there's an undo button, not because I use it to undo bad moves, as in actual bad attacks, but it allows me to undo right mouse button failures, which is really helpful considering my mouse is starting to die. A few people commented on me making misclicks recently in Battletech as well. It is my mouse, unfortunately, but I have no income apart from YouTube, and it's not that much, so I can't really afford to replace it at the moment. Afford, I should say. Fortunately for me, I play turn-based games, so... Oh, I didn't see that. Oh well, I'll leave that one. I actually genuinely didn't see that. That was not a misclick. Okay, there's more infantry here. They've got a movement of what? 3. I don't know if there's a shortcut or something that would highlight to me what an infantry unit's movement is. But they can't 3 movement through that forest, I'm pretty sure. Eight turns to unpick the Polish defense of the capital. We're being overrun. Ruined. Alright, some ammunition was destroyed. Don't know how helpful that is. Not really in a position to attack right now. Suppose I can keep nailing that artillery though. Okay, that infantry is just on its own. Yes. Potential losses for engaging there might be described at best as horrible and at worst as oh my god. So let's not do that. We still have plenty of time. Why does the artillery not counter support there? That's an expensive loss I just took. But fine. I suppose at least he's moved out of his incredibly entrenched position. Let us attack. Alright, let's strat bomber this guy. I can inflict 1 casualty on the bunker. Might as well. I'm not expecting to get anything there. This funny part, this is why my RNG settings are working against me. Because with plus 50% RNG, I might get the odd casualty if I roll high. And if I roll low, I wouldn't have done any damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. God damn, this infantry is going to be a right pain to destroy here. I'm going to take some damage no matter what I do. So I'm going to use the recon, I think, because it's the cheapest unit. It makes for the easiest repairs. While we have plenty of time, we do not have infinite time. Man, I would actually take a loss. With these tanks, I would take a loss. These tanks are really not very good against infantry. The early game tanks are just not that hot. Do I take the loss, or do I just sit here and hope that he kills himself? I think I'll just sit here and hope that he ruins himself. Okay, that could have been worse. We might consider that to be minor damage, considering what might have happened there. Send the fighters after the silly targets. Okay. Drop them. When the bombs try to get at you, drop them like they're hot. Alright, he's got no supplies. No supplies. And thus it became no surprise that he died. We surrender! The sweet sound of Polish surrender. Ah, oh, for crying out loud, this right mouse button is driving me mad. It's right mouse click to unselect. Maybe I really will have to do something about it. Okay. Anyway, time to think. I really need to use my infantry to unpick this. Three for three. I don't think this infantry will come out of its rat hole, but that's okay. -2-5. I think the bunker will set on me next turn though if I do that. Oh, what the hell. What have we got left? Now that they're out of the trenches, it's a little bit easier to deal with them. Okay, the pillbox did not attack. I guess fearing taking severe casualties for it. The pillbox must fall. Nice, that's huge suppression. Still got 5 turns left. Still got a reasonable amount of time. Okay, move there. I'll move you back out again in a second. Yep, that'll do. A little bit more suppression. Alright, we fully suppressed the bunker. It would still, even fully suppressed, it would still damage my tanks. And my recon. Well, they're not about to, they're not about to come out, are they? So might as well re-strength units that haven't done anything. I'm preserving my EXP here. You know, in the long term, it's going to matter because I'm going to have higher level units faster, and that's going to matter to me. That's going to be important. They're protected by anti-air there. Might as well. Alright. 4 turns left to unpick this mess. This great Polish mess. Right, we got to think about this very carefully. This is the moment. All right, strap bomb it. Okay, that did not achieve anything. What is the difference here? Oh, that's that. This is the non-pioneers. This is the silly infantry that's not that useful. Okay, I didn't want to use these for this task, but I'm gonna have to. Nice! Send in the tank. He's been overrun. Ah, that was a misclick. Oh well, whatever. I should be okay. God damn. So funny that I would lose a tank for attacking these guys. They're that tough. Even with a full encirclement. Right. Let's go with the mega suppression. anti-aircraft guns. Its morale may have been dropped, but apparently it's not been dropped enough. I really did not want to take a casualty there, but okay, fine. I guess it had to be done. The engineer will help me unentrench them. I think I can assist them into the next life here a little bit. Nope. Two, 5, 2, 5, and 4 minus 3. That's the garbage infantry there. I can push this forward, which I believe will allow me to attack with this infantry. This is not the best infantry ever, but whatever. Some casualties are inevitable, I guess. Alright, let's not push too hard. I still have plenty of turns. I still have plenty of turns. And I have plenty of dead recons there, but oh well. Yes, yes. Sweet. I'll accept your surrender now. Yeah, I have a lot of EXP on this unit that I wouldn't want to lose necessarily. It's not an expensive unit to reinforce. Out you get. I came. I committed war. I saw. And now I have Warsaw. Alright, pull back. They won't come out the city. And that's fine. We have the turns. We have the technology. All we gotta do is just artillery them out. Alright, that ought to reduce his willingness to sit in that town. I could actually massacre these anti-aircraft guns. They are not strong against infantry. I'm not going to. We surrender! Sweet. That's it. Next turn, we will continue our steady, slow, methodical removal of this anti-aircraft gun from this town. And once again, you know, we took some casualties from time to time, but we're finishing the mission with no losses and some minor damage, which I can honestly take care of right now. Some very minor damage. Okay, one turn left. Let's clean them up. Okay, there goes some. There goes some health. There goes a lot of health. Thank you for the free prestige. Oh, look at this. They can't do anything. They're donezo. We surrender! Elite replace, elite replace. I'm just doing it now because that spares me doing it on the deployment screen next time. What an uncompromisingly good victory that was. That little AA gun. It never got any action in the end. It's not wasted money though. I mean, I can always use one of my limited upgrades to upgrade it. That'll do. Nice. Our artillery has hit level 1. So is our dive bomber. That's great. Kills to losses ratio. The artillery got 300 kills, no losses. So the ratio is like 300. Blasted to bits were the 300. As the 300 stood in upon the cities of Poland, they found themselves blown to bits. Norway! Yeah! So I live in southern Norway, so I guess I should, strictly speaking, go for the north. But let's go south anyway. What the hell? Isolated and difficult to reach objectives, allegedly. I don't know, I don't think Oslo is that isolated. Well, my little town, who knows? Let's have a look. So everything is fully healed and ready to deploy. We just have to decide what we're doing based on the map. This is a long load, this. Okay. Kristiansand. Okay. Capture all the victory heading. You must capture Oslo. The heavy cruiser Blucha has been assigned to escort your landing parties to the capital. Yeah, that. Historically, it got wrecked by a Norwegian torpedo battery. Simultaneously, you will need to secure major ports along the coast from here to here, keeping them under control. Will go a long way to keeping the British and French out of Norway. Infantry will be more useful than your panzers in this battle, so I recommend you temporarily put your tanks into reserve. It's Bergen! Bergen is the enemy of Norway. Trust me. Ooh, plus 10% accuracy to all adjacent friendly units. Does that include the unit itself? I don't know. If I were to put that on my artillery... Does that improve his accuracy? It still says 50%. Let's just deploy this unit and see what it says. Still says 50. And if I put a unit next to it, just experimenting here. That's odd. Oh, that's why. It switched me to the deployed screen. Let me see. Accuracy 50%. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it is anyway. I guess it just doesn't show the bonus. Okay, interesting. So they recommend that I reserve my tanks and go heavy on the infantry. I guess to take these many areas. Well, I've only got 3 tanks anyway. I've also been given some infantry, of which one is actually mounted in a plane for dropping. Good old Oslo. Is it Horton? No, Larvik. Okay. I guess Horton is too tiny for this game. Where I live is too small. That ship is gonna get ruined there. You know, in the first game you could rescue it. I don't know if it can be rescued in this one. It's looking... it's seeming unlikely. Okay, well, anyway, that's it for now. This is something I need to think about. I need to sit down and really think about what I'm going to do here. I'll probably put my tanks in reserve like it recommends and pull out more infantry because, let's be frank, early game tanks are not that great anyway. So, that is something to consider as well. And we'll have a look through my aircraft and see if anything can be upgraded. But this looks like it's going to be a very infantry-focused mission. Obviously still wise to bring the artillery along, because that's good for picking out infantry. And there is a new Strat bomber. And the new Strat bomber actually has significantly improved ability to carpet bomb infantry, so that might be an upgrade that we would want to consider doing. This is probably the place to attack, you know. Just thinking about it. It's close to where we are. We can attack, establish a beachhead, and then just push up to Oslo and deal with Oslo. We got a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of turns to do it in, so I'm expecting light resistance. But that doesn't mean that we can just throw units away either. Anyway, this is something I need to do on my own, so I'm going to spend some time here and figure out a plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.